This woman is about to be intimate with her best friend's husband, in her presence and with her consent, with the intention of getting pregnant for him. Her best friend has been married to the man for 5 years, but has been unable to conceive due to certain medical conditions, which her husband is aware of. She persuaded her female best friend to agree to an arrangement where she would be intimate with her husband and conceive a child for them, in hopes of blessing their marriage. She is also unwilling to adopt a child, as she views it as bringing a stranger into her family without any biological connection to them. Her husband is unwilling to go along with the plan, as he believes that in time, a miracle could happen and his wife may still conceive. He also considers the act a betrayal of his wife, reminding her of the vows they made at the altar, but his wife insists he should go ahead and even offers to leave the room to make him more comfortable. A promise on the altar is tested not by words spoken in love, but by moments when belief and desire stand on opposite sides. She walks out of the room, leaving her husband in the care of her best friend, who immediately instructs him to relax so she can attend to him on her behalf. Good intentions don't always make difficult choices right. Two weeks later, the woman visits her friend, who shares the good news that she is pregnant from her encounter with her husband. The woman is filled with joy upon hearing the news, instantly envisioning herself as a mother and feeling pleased that her plan has succeeded. Joy built on expectation can feel like victory, until time reveals the truth behind it. Filled with joy, the woman tells her friend to marry her husband so they can become co-wives and raise the child together. She also informs her that, since her womb is fertile, she can bear more children for her husband in the marriage and is already regarded as family for conceiving their first child. Her best friend is not fully comfortable with the idea, but agrees on the condition that the woman first speaks to her husband about it. Later that day, Bhadman is on the bed with his wife, chatting about how his day went, when she suddenly interrupts him to bring up her friend. She tells her husband she has good news to share and asks him to guess what it might be. After several failed attempts to guess, the husband pleads with her to reveal the news, and with great excitement, she tells him that her friend is pregnant from the encounter. Bhadman is both slightly happy and uneasy upon hearing the news, as seeking a child outside the marriage is not something he supports. He's surprised when his wife makes another difficult request, that he should marry her best friend since she's pregnant for him. He quickly reminds his wife that the agreement was for her friend to conceive for them, not for her to become his second wife. His wife refuses to see things from his perspective, insisting that marrying her friend would make their marriage complete. A solution born from emotion can easily become a new problem when boundaries are ignored. To the woman, her husband had already been intimate with her friend, and since she is now pregnant for him, she believes that marrying her should be easy, as they already know each other deeply. Familiarity does not automatically justify a future built on misunderstandings. Left with no option, Bhadman agrees to marry his wife's best friend to please her, without fully considering the consequences of being married to two women. 2 days later, the woman sits on the couch scrolling through her phone when a knock at the door suddenly makes her perk up with excitement. She opens the door to welcome her friend, who arrives with her luggage, ready to move in and live with them as part of the family. The woman had already informed her about her discussion with her husband and how he agreed to make her his wife, and she asked her to move into the house. She sits beside her and cheerfully welcomes her into the house, while her friend calmly asks if she's truly happy with the arrangement, and she confidently says yes. When excitement leads the heart, it often answers yes before the mind asks the right questions. Two weeks later, The woman is washing the dishes when her friend carelessly drops a dirty plate for her to clean. She immediately confronts her, asking why she would treat her like a maid, but her friend responds by mocking her complaint. After a few days of moving into the house, she gradually begins to change, becoming a different person from the one her friend once knew and loved. She rudely tells her that her duty is to clean the house, and as she walks away, the woman pulls her back. The woman is in disbelief that the same friend she persuaded her husband to marry has now chosen to treat her like a housemaid. She deliberately assigns all the house chores and cleaning to the woman, claiming she is pregnant and should not stress herself. Nothing reveals true character faster than how someone treats the people who help them rise. Within seconds, a fight breaks out between the two friends, and Bhadman quickly rushes in to separate them. Without fully agreeing to it wholeheartedly, Bhadman has now become a man with two wives, caught in a position where he cannot take sides whenever situations like this arise. Some choices don't make life easier, they only make it harder to choose a side. That same night, Bhadman and his wife are on the bed, romantically expressing their love for each other as they are about to become intimate. Surprisingly, the wife's friend walks in rudely, sits on the edge of the bed close to them, and announces that she wants to sleep on the bed. Bhadman's wife calmly explains to her friend that she is about to be intimate with her husband and asks her to come back later, but the woman refuses. She mocks her friend's situation, insisting there's no point in having intimacy since she believes conception is no longer possible for her. The woman is shocked to hear her friend speak about her so mockingly and attempts to involve her husband, but he makes it clear that he does not want to be drawn into the situation. Realizing her husband is unwilling to speak in her defense, she slowly gets off him and leaves the room, leaving them both behind. Her friend immediately climbs onto the bed to stay with Bhadman, showing no concern for how her actions have made the wife feel. Sometimes silence is not peace, it is permission for things that should never be allowed to continue. With the wife gone, the woman tells Bhadman that she is available to receive all the love and affection he would have given his wife. The next morning, Bhadman is fast asleep on the bed when his wife walks in to wake him up. She has endured enough pain and disrespect from her friend and decides to speak to her husband about it. Bhadman slowly rises from sleep, still confused about what could have caused his wife to wake him so early. The woman immediately begins to complain to him, explaining how her friend has changed ever since she brought her into the house. Sometimes the people you bring close become the ones you struggle most to understand. Bhadman calmly asks his wife what she wants him to do, and she immediately tells him she wants him to end the marriage with her friend and send her away. When emotions demand finality, even love is asked to choose between peace and separation. The same woman who arranged the intimacy between her husband and her best friend, and later asked him to marry her, is now the one requesting that he send her away. When choices are made without foresight, the same hands that build peace can also tear it down. Unknown to them both, the wife's friend is standing at the door, listening to their conversation about her. To please his wife and also show that he was never truly in support of the idea, Bhadman promises her that he will end the marriage with her best friend and only take care of his child. He returns to sleep, while his wife sits quietly and tells herself that she is the only wife of Bhadman and that her conditions cannot take away her position. Her best friend is shocked to hear she's about to be thrown out of the house, simply because her friend whom she considers beneath her due to her condition has requested that she be sent away. She began mistreating her in the house with the intention of making things so uncomfortable that she would choose to leave, not realizing she might end up becoming the one pushed out. She decides to take deliberate steps to ensure she doesn't get pushed out of the house. The next day, The woman is on the couch, busy on her phone, when her best friend walks in with a glass of drink, drops it on the table, and kneels before her. Bhadman's wife is surprised to see her behaving that way before her, and she stays calm. She tries to understand what is going on. The friend begins to apologize, saying she's sorry for how she has been acting toward her, and that she cannot explain what came over her. Apologies mean little without a change of heart behind them. The woman expresses her anger toward her friend, telling her she was deeply hurt by the way she was treated and mocked because of her condition. She reminds her that she was the one who asked her husband to marry her and has always seen her as a sister, but she never treated her like one. The best friend appears remorseful, claiming she has reflected on her past actions and pleads with the woman to forgive her, insisting she is changed and become a new person. Bhadman's wife forgives the woman, tells her to stand up from kneeling, and sits with her on the couch. She then picks up the glass of drink on the table and tells Bhadman's wife that she brought it as a symbol of her apology, and if she has truly accepted it, she should drink the wine. Not every gesture of apology is innocent. Some are tested in the fire of hidden intent. Unknown to Bhadman's wife, the drink she accepts, believing it is a gesture of apology, is actually a trap meant to harm her once she consumes it. She takes a sip from the glass, while the best friend watches her closely, her face carrying a quiet sense of satisfaction. When you accept an open glass, you also accept trust in the one who hands it. The best friend knows that they are at war, and that an easy way to win is to pretend to have come for apologies, while using the pretense of peace to attack and win the war. She begins engaging Bhadman's wife in conversation, while secretly waiting for the substance to take effect. Bhadman's wife begins to feel a slow stomach pain as the drink starts to take effect, while her best friend pretends to be concerned, asking what is wrong with her. Sometimes care is not compassion, it is strategy in disguise. The life of Bhadman's wife is cut short by the very woman she calls her best friend, whom she even pleaded with her husband to bring into their family. This is a lesson to everyone. Be careful what you invite into your life. Even trusted relationships can change dynamics. Not everyone close to you has good intentions. Familiarity is not the same as loyalty. Emotional decisions can have long-term consequences. Choices made to please others can backfire. Boundaries are important in relationships. Love and trust should not remove wisdom. Thank you for watching this video. Please share this video and comment where you are watching this video from.